Hi, my name is Joel and welcome to the Big Brick Story News. What I have for you today is a comparison between two Lego sets. One, an official set from Lego. The other, something that I've made myself that's pretty similar. So, the official set is the Lego Ideas pop-up storybook. This is part of the Lego Ideas range, where fan builders can submit their ideas to Lego and they get enough votes from the community, Lego will consider making into a set. This one here, like I said, is the pop-up storybook. So it's a very nice looking build, looks like a storybook, and this is the best part, when you open it up, it's a pop-up story inside. So this one is Jack and the Beanstalk. So it's a really good engineered set. The original submission was fantastic. I can see why it got turned into a real set. And this month, November 2018, Lego have released it to the public. So I've got myself a copy. I think it's great. But let me show you something else. So when this set, the original submission was made to Lego Ideas, that was about 2 years ago. And then after about a year of it being on the Lego Ideas set, I saw it and I thought I need to do something with it. So I produced my own version, which is my Lego Pop-Up Bible. It's based on the original submission to Lego Ideas. What I did is I looked at the videos and the photos that have been submitted and reverse engineered it and worked out how it worked and put together my own version. So as you can see, they do look different. This one's very ornate with the brown on the dark green with the tan colored pages. This one that I've made does not have that embellishment and detail on the front. It does have the gold cross, which was my inclusion, but it's black with white pages. Now, I use this every week in my scripture classes when I go into schools. I use it to reinforce the lessons that I teach my kindergarten classes. So in here, we have the death of Jesus on the cross and a Roman centurion. And I'll run my lessons like that. At the end of the lesson, I'll ask the kids what they think is in the Bible. I'll pop it open and they'll see something from the lesson. So what I want to do in this video, seeing that this is based on the original submission, I wanted to look at some of the differences between the original submission and the final product and see if there are differences that matter. So again, the covers are different. That's detail. When you've got access to new colors, you can do that kind of thing. The first difference though, the next difference is the clasp. So on the Lego Ideas set, no clasp. On the original, there was a clasp. So the idea is that when you pop it open, there, and then you can shut, and it will stay closed. You can carry it around, you can pick it up like that. It's not going to pop open by mistake. Now I can see why Lego decided to get rid of the clasp. Because the first thing that happens when I put this in the hands of somebody who hasn't experienced it before, they stumble with the clasp. They can't work out how to undo it. They think they're going to break the thing. No, you can put a bit of force in and pop it. That's confusing for people. So I can see why they left it out of the design. But it is so useful. I can put this in my bag and not worry about popping open and the Lego spilling out everywhere. So the clasp is really good, but I can understand why it's missing here. The second point of difference is how the scenes attach to the book. So here, they are attached using a pin and a 1x2 Technic brick with a hole. And you just push the pin in and it's in place. In the original idea submission, instead of a 1x2 brick with a hole, it's a 1x2 brick with a Technic pin. And the idea here is that you just place it on top of the pin. Again, I can see why they've made the change. On this version, it can be very difficult to get out sometimes. If you have to get your fingers just right to leverage it out, and sometimes it's a bit painful to do it. Whereas this, much simpler. The disadvantage is that then would show through on the other side. And the reason it doesn't on this is because of the tile. So if you did not have this tile, you'd have an ugly looking pin on the cover of your book, which you don't want. Can't forget Davis's name here, put it back on there. So for functionality and for practicality, the pin is a great idea. For the look, missing the pin is a problem. The last significant difference between the official set and the ideas is the construction of the base. So let me show you some other ones. This here is the second build that comes, or the first build. It's the first one you build when you build the set. Now you see the base. They've used all these pieces. They've used a lot of these ones. I have to pull it apart. It's not going to come apart easily. That's a newer piece. It's hard to get in quantity. I've been stocking up after a while. And you get here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 of these for each base. That's a lot of them. But it is very streamlined and it is very less bulky. Let me show you then. Here's one I've made. So here we have the empty tomb of Jesus. And see in the base, I've only used one of those pieces and then used plates to create the shape that I need. Now, the thing that I like about this one that I will copy is that it moves the hinge plate into the base, where here I've been using it above the base. And I like the economics of that. I like the making things thinner and having the base less bulky. So I'll be looking at how I can incorporate that hinge lower in the base. But I'm not keen on using more of these pieces than I need to. So I think I'm going to stick to using only 2 per scene. So those for me are the practical differences between the two sets. I love my pop-up Bible. I use it a lot. I'm going to continue using it. I've been building inserts for this for about a year now, every week. So I plan on doing some other videos looking at the different types of inserts I've done and some of the techniques I've used to create those, which you can then use when you're making your scenes for your pop-up book. So that's the 3 major differences for me is the construction of the base of the scenes, the use of the Technic pin versus the Technic hole to hold the scene together, and the clasp. I think this is a brilliant set. I love this beanstalk, how it just pops up, and I'm going to be finding excuses to incorporate that into my builds. Am I going to throw out, pull apart mine and use this one exclusively? No, I do like the solid black. I love the cross on the front. I think it is more functional for what I'm using it for, so I think I'm going to be sticking with this one. But I have learned some things from here. If you have any questions about the differences between the two, put something in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thank you, I'm Joel. This is Big Brick Story.